Father, Ikorodu Alagbado tí Ìbẹ̀jú Lekki, you will get more information on unbeatable real estate investment offer.
These offers are not only irresistible but mouth-watering.
Join the league of savvy real estate investors through the ArcView Home Ownership Scheme.
ArcView Half Hour on Mainland 98.3 FM, providing affordable homes for all.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, ladies. So once again, good morning to you. I want to hope you're having a beautiful and lovely Friday morning on the other side of the radio. The 30th day in the month of May 2025, the penultimate day, of course, second to the last day in the month of May 2025. And you know that we are always committed to bringing to your listening pleasure beneficial information that will definitely benefit you, especially when it comes to creating wealth for yourself and how you can better invest your money into something that will yield results for you. And so that is why at the hour, we always come your way every Friday morning to see you through, hold your hands through how you can better invest in the real estate world, and also maybe probably you want to venture into agriculture. The ArcView Investment Limited also covers that. So this morning, without further ado, you're welcome once again to ArcView Half Hour. This is where we talk about investment and everything that's to do with wealth, money. Yes, real investments and real wealth. This is where you can get. All right, we have a representative from ArcView, representing Ambassador, the CEO of ArcView Investment Limited this morning, person of Mr. Ojo Emmanuel. Good morning, Mr.
Yes,
Emmanuel.
good morning, Lady Mo, and good morning to all our listeners. It's always my pleasure to be here to give us an update and development in our estate.
Right, he is putting on the shoes of the CEO this morning. So, whatever answer you want to get as regards that, you can also get more of that as well from him. Also, we have the head, Credit and Risk Management, ArcPay Microfinance Bank, formerly Prospect Microfinance Bank, in person of Ms. Mary Olawe. Good morning, Mr. Abby, this morning.
Good morning, Lady Mo. Good, good morning, our listeners. Nice to be here. Thank you.
All right, so let's start from agriculture before we move into the real estate. For those that are interested, you want to venture into farming, you want to do something, and then you'll be looking at ways to start, and then you're not really getting the answer. Yes, just don't worry, just keep it locked. You get your answer this morning. And as regards maybe you're struggling financially or how to start, you already have something you want to start with in farming, but you've counted your pockets, the money in your pockets, and you're like, I don't think I want to start anytime soon because of financial constraints. So, Miss Mary Olawe, there's something ArcView Investment Limited as before we talk about the financial aspects, let's talk about the provision ArcView Investment Limited has made as regards agriculture. So tell us about the opportunities to want to key into agriculture before then we move into where ArcPay Microfinance Bank comes in.
Thank you so much, Lady Mo. So basically, ArcView, we have, as a company, we have an estate we call ArcView Farm Estate, and it's located around the Shiu, Obafemi local government of Ogun State. And that estate is strictly, the estate is strictly for farming, where you can own plots of land. We're selling the plot of land for 500,000 naira, but the minimum you can buy is 3 plots. That is 1.5 million naira. And as I'm talking to you now, we've been able to allocate, over 100, clients so far.
100.
100, yes, over of them. And if you go to our farm estate, in fact, the last time they went to the farm, a lot of them they brought in, all these vegetables and spinach and all that. So people are really going to farming. So this is just to call on people, Nigerian as we speak now. There is a lot of things going on in the food business. People will just say, let me just eat. Your Bible says, "To never throw in So if food is, at least let's plant what we eat and let's eat what we plant. So gone are those days that we have to import food from outside Nigeria. So we have fertile land, arable lands, virgin lands where it is good for planting of crops and rearing of animals. So this is just to call us that ArcView Farm Estate is still not available for 500,000 naira, but the minimum you can buy is 3 plots. That is 1.5 million naira. No hidden charges. You are not paying any other fees. You just come and invest. And for those that said, "Oh, me, I cannot plant," we have made provisions for people that can actually. We have some locals, those indigenous of
The farm on your
the farm.
behalf.
Yeah, they can farm for you. So you just share, how to share the proceeds and all the basic paperwork to be done. So we're just calling on you now, all our listeners, Nigerians in diaspora, home and abroad, invest in farming. ArcView Farm Estate has come to stay. So it can make you a farmer, and who knows, you can even export.
Does the farming require any kind of farming? If you want to go into rearing,
absolutely. We have different sections for of course, because you can't do plant farming where animals are there. They can actually eat. So there's a section for rearing of livestock, and there's a section for people planting, and there's security in the estate. So we can always tell you that you are safe. The estate is safe from every known or unknown encumbrances. Just come, plant your crops, and of course, this rainy season, I think this is the best time to even go into farming, because the rain that is falling now can easily, you don't even need to find a place to water your crops or whatever. So there's natural rain, and the soil are still they're still wet, so anything you plant can germinate quickly. So this is the best time. So
security aspects.
Absolutely, yeah. There's security in the estate.
All right. So speaking about the financial aspect of you going into farming, probably you're struggling with financing, how you want to start. Ms. Mariola, when you'll be telling us about how you can get the finances and how they can help finance and get started with farming. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. So, okay, we're in partnership with ArcView Investments Limited. ArcView Microfinance Bank provides funding support for people that are interested in procuring the farmland but are having challenges concerning that. You heard my Mr. Imam mention that the minimum that can be purchased is 3 plots, and it's 500,000 per plot. So 3 plots, that's 1.5 million. But I want to say here that you are not limited to 3 plots. If you need more than that, you want to go for an acre, you want to go for more plots, ArcView is ready to support you in that. So we make funding available to ArcView Investment Limited, and then you pay ArcView back over a period of 2 years. That's 24 months.
24 months.
Yes, at your convenience. You understand? So in the meantime, you can have access to the land and actually start your farming expectations.
Okay, you most times keep saying that the interest rate is quite competitive. How competitive would you say it is?
It is competitive because generally rates that microfinance banks.
Because actually, let me not say most. Some people actually run away from you want to help me pay. It's just the interest, not that is consistent.
Yes, well, the good thing is that yes, we have this this window of 24 months, but you can actually choose to pay down in less than that time.
How you want to spread
it is up to you. If you choose to pay in 6 months, in 1 year, it's fine. What we are saying is that we have a maximum period of 24 months or 2 years, as it were, within which you can make your payments.
Okay.
So just come to us. Let's talk about it. Let's structure out a payment plan for you that will be convenient, probably based on your financial capacity, income projections and all that, so that you can have a comfortable deal.
Well, it's quite rare to get opportunities like this because it sounds like almost the first time hearing, into particular industry opening giving the provision for people to farm. and they give you provision for if you are struggling financially.
Yes,
they
to
can even
even
help you start
sponsor the
a
purchase
sponsor.
of the land. I mean, you hardly hear that.
Right. Okay. So for those, who are those that the doors are open for? Like, if you want to, who are those that the doors of key into that are
and
open
it's
to?
open to existing farmers, up and coming farmers, of course, workers like you and I that may be interested in farming. We will fall under the up and coming farmers
Right.
category, right? Businessmen and women that are into farming, you know, cooperatives that they can purchase this land for their members to embark on farming, you know, on agriculture, and you know, plant things that they want for themselves. Like I said earlier, what the basic thing is for us to be able to uh, identify and confirm, you know, every prospective customer or prospective buyer, their financial capacity to be able to repay the loan over the period of time.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that, Ms. Alawi. Let's come back to. I'm tempted to call you ambassador. Ambassador Emmanuel. You're an ambassador this morning.
No problem.
I mean, you're representing.
That's fine.
Okay, so let's come to the real estate investment. You know, we've talked about the opportunities in farming, agriculture. You want to venture into that. So tell us about how we can also invest in real estate.
All right. Okay. So, ArcView Investment Limited, we have a couple of projects that cut across different level of individuals in the society. We're talking about the low income earners, you know, the high income earners, and the middle income earners. So, I'm going to start with one of our estates on the mainland. We have an estate we call Treasure Hilltop Estate, Command, Alagbado. It's along the Kola Road. If you know Alagbado area very well, in Lagos State. So, in that estate, we are selling a plot of land measuring approximately 500 square meter, selling for 25 million naira. And for those that want to buy half plot, that is 300 square meter, selling for 15 million naira. So we have people that want to buy, you know, houses. If you want to buy 3-bedroom bungalow, pre-finished, you know, when you say pre-finished, we are not doing finished. So it's like saying 80%, you know, completed. So we're going to get a 3-bedroom bungalow pre-finished for 55 million naira. And for those that want to say, okay, I want to buy a 4-bedroom duplex, you know, pre-finished, also selling for 85 million. So that is for, you know, Alagbado. There's another estate we have on the mainland, Ikorodu. I'm very sure you are very familiar with Ikorodu very well. You know, we have one estate along the Gbogbo axis of Ikorodu, along the Gbogbo Bike Road. So a lot of development is coming to that axis. You know, as we speak now, there's a ferry that takes people from Igbogo, you know, vehicle that's Igbogo axis to the island along the Ajah-Badore axis. So, and the Fourth Mainland Bridge is also coming. So, for those that are looking at a very strategic place to invest, because one thing about real estate is location. So, if you don't, you know, position yourself in a very good way, such that if developments start coming, you can actually enjoy, you know, what you buy in terms of having capital return on your investment. So, in that estate, Treasure Island Estate, Igbogo Ikorodu, we are selling a lot of land for 15 million naira, 600 square meter. And half plot is going for 8 million naira. And for those that want to buy 4-bedroom duplex, as I'm talking to you now, it's selling for 75 million naira, pre-finished. And quite a number of people have been coming, you know, buying, and they're already living. Some people, you know, that want to live in the estate, you know. Some people will say, I Google that is inside like that. No, why will I invest or stay in that axis? In real estate, no place is far. You know, if you can have far sight, you know, we are looking beyond now.
Right.
There's no place that's far. From here to Igbogo, you know, from Ikorodu, it's maybe less than, you know, on the traffic free day, like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and you're there. So that is for. We have another estate on the mainland called Treasure Homes. Treasure Homes in Lasamaja. That's in that estate we are selling blocks of flats. So you can get a 3-bedroom apartment for 75 million naira. So, and of course, their return, because somebody will say, okay, if I'm buying 3-bedroom, you know, blocks of flat, that is just my to own a unit. Okay, what if I'm not staying there? What if I'm abroad? Okay, if you're not staying there, you can even, you know, get what we call rental income, in terms of using it as shortlet, giving out to people. You can do balloting, even over. You are still, you know, you are in diaspora, but you are still, you know, getting your own rent in terms of people that come there to just stay, and so that is 3-bedroom apartment at Treasure Homes in Ilasa Maja. So let's go to Mowi. And there's an estate we call Treasure Island Estate, Mowi Ofada, Phase 1 extension. So we have sold out the Phase 1. And I know from time you always see a CEO talk about how much we sell that Phase 1 then. We've actually sold like 850 for the plot, but as we speak now, we can't even get that again. So we've sold out the Phase 1. We are selling the Phase 1 extension. And the Phase 1 extension is selling for 3 million naira for a 600 square meter plot of land. And we can get that plot for 1.5 million. And for those that want to buy a house, some people don't have that, mind to say I want to build myself and buy land. They just want to say, don't worry, just build it, and we take it over from there. So we are selling the 2-bedroom bungalow pre-finished, selling for 15 million naira. Don't forget, I'm mentioning pre-finished.
Right.
So in case you are looking at, it's not fully finished, it is pre-finished. So you can get 3-bedroom, bungalow pre-finished also for 20 million naira. And a lot of people are coming to say that, okay, what if I come and invest? Do you do, there's some people say, don't worry, pay this amount and get this amount. We don't do that. In terms of some people say invest with 10 million naira and the next 2 years you get
double of that.
No, we don't do that. Our own is just to say, come, buy, and if you want to pack in, why not? And if you want to also buy and just rent it out, whichever way. But we are selling a plot of land and houses. So there's another estate, in that same way. That is Treasure Island Estate, Mowi Ofada Phase 2. So in that Phase 2, you can get a plot of land measuring approximately 600 square meter for 5 million naira. So for those that want to get half plot, we're selling for 3 million naira. And for those that are into business, you actually want to do, want to have businesses to sell in the estate. It's not necessarily that to be with you want to reside. So we have plot for commercial, for businesses. So in that estate, you can get a plot of land for 10 million naira for commercial purposes. That is for Treasure Island Estate, Mowi Ofada Phase 2. So now we have another estate at Mowi Town itself. Talking about Bluestone Treasure Estate. Bluestone Estate is is one of the most beautiful estates in the whole of Mowi, because in that estate we have built over 500 units of houses, 3-bedroom bungalows. People are already living there. As I'm speaking to you, over 500 people are living there. And as we speak now, you can get a plot of land for those that are interested for 25 million naira. And for those that want to buy 3-bedroom bungalow, it's selling for 45 million naira, pre-finished. And there's some few units that is still available. Because that estate we actually sold it out. That is Bluestone Treasure Estate, the Phase 1. It has been sold out, but we still have few units left that we still want to sell. So if you are ready, you can always contact us, and we are ready to also do business with you. So for Phase 2, we have Bluestone 2.0, where you can get a plot of land for 15 million naira. 15 million naira, that is for 500 square meter. And if you want to get half plot is also available for 10 million naira. And for those that want to buy houses, 3-bedroom bungalow is selling for 45 million naira. So it is available. And a lot of landmarks in that axis. You see universities, you see a lot of businesses around, companies, and people are coming there. The road network, they are improving. So gone are those days that they will say Mowi is far. Mowi is not far. From our head office here to Mowi, is less than 30-minute drive on a traffic-free day. So we are calling on people who want to hold something in their lifetime, and you want to hand over something to your children and unborn children. Because anything that you buy now, that is forever and ever.
Right.
So that is so. Let me just move to our estate on the highland.
Okay.
So like I said, we have estates that cut across people on the high, the low, and the middle income earners. So on the island, we have an estate we call Treasure Island Estate, Ekwe. Of course, I don't know if you have been to Ekwe before. I don't know if you have an idea how Ekwe is said to be a home of aquatic splendor, where you can eat. Yeah, okay, you have been there before. Nice to hear. So Ekwe, you have a lot of fishes around that exist. People just come and make Ekwe their country home. In fact, Ekwe is said to be one of the most peaceful local governments. So you can just drive and just all these buses that you see in Lagos mainland. Ekwe just come there, Ekwe just serene environment. There's no issue. So we have an estate there that is called Treasure Island Estate Ekpe, Boka Ekpe. So it's close to the Atlantic Hall School, and we are selling a plot of land that is measuring approximately 500 square meter for 10 million naira. And for those that want to buy half plot, selling for 5 million naira, but the full plot is 10 million. So that is for Ekpe. There's another estate around the Beduleki. So there's no way you get to Ekpe without passing through that axis. So because Beduleki is one of the fastest growing local government also in Lagos State, because it's also where we call them the future. We call Beduleki the future of Lagos, because you have the likes of Dangote Refinery, you have Alaro City, you have the Lekki Deep Seaport, you have the Lekki Free Trade Zone. So if you're opportunity to get something around that in Beduleki, in fact, the newly Lagos proposed international airport is around the Beduleki axis. So if you're opportunity to get something in that axis, just know that you're buying gold. And we have an estate there that we call Idera Treasure Estate. In that estate, as we speak now, we are selling a plot of land for 40 million naira, 500 square meter. So, and a lot of people are saying, those that bought then, I can remember like 2 months ago, we were selling for 30 million naira, but as we speak now, it's now 40 million naira. And if you want to buy a house, 3-bedroom bungalow, pre-finished, it's selling for 55 million. If you want to buy, 4-bedroom duplex, selling for 85 million. So we are calling on people who want to invest in the future. This is the best time to buy. See, in Nigeria, we pray that Nigeria will get better. But if you are still waiting, that don't worry, you go better. So if you have, and one thing about ArcView is that we have a flexible payment plan. We are not saying that you just come and bring all the money. Some people are hearing that amount, they say, where will I get this money? In fact, there's some estate with as low as 500,000 naira you can invest. There's some estate that with as low as 2.5 billion you can actually invest. Do you understand? So it's not like you're going to bring all the money. And some of our payment plan are 12 months.
Okay, because my next question was about the payment plan.
Absolutely.
Actually.
Yeah. So
just break it down.
So there's some estate that the payment plan is 6 months.
Okay.
There's some estate that their payment plan is 12 months.
Okay.
So we are calling on people that it is not about just saying I don't have. You can actually save up to say I want to get this property, because landlords in Lagos are not smiling. When it's time for you to renew your rent, landlord is not your friend. It's because you are paying your rent daily. That's why landlords are smiling with you. The day you defaulted, that is why the landlord will say, no, this is my house. You know how much I built it, So we are calling on people, because in ArcView we make people homeowners. And because of we've looked at the deficit in the housing sector in Nigeria, where the government, there's no really structured plan for people to really. But if you ask the government now, what's the plan for people in terms of how many housing estates do we have available? You can't really see that. So for people, as we're a private company, and our own goal is to provide affordable homes. And we have our 4 Ds that stand us out, development, documentation, delivery, and we are determinations. So those are the 4 Ds that determination, documentation, development, and delivery. So those are the things that stand us out. So we want to call on investors, call on Nigerians in diaspora who are looking at investing something at home. Because there's no how abroad can be that sweet. One day, you will always come home. So this is just telling you. And we have an estate in Ogun State. In fact, I can say that is one of the most, if not the estate that you can buy that's so affordable. It's just 550,000 naira. You can own a plot. That is Treasure Island Estate Ikon Obalogun via Ogere. Ogere is in Ogun State. So where you can get a plot of land for 550,000 naira, and the documentation and all that 750, total package 1.3, and you're already a landlord. So this is the best time to buy. There's nothing that, in fact, you can also do partnership. Maybe you and your friend want to come together to say, okay, let's come together to pay. Yes, you can do partnership, you and your friend. If you cannot, you
solely pay for it.
Yes, you can pay. So we just want it to be very easy for our people, because one thing about you see, there's this peace that comes with you owning your own space.
Right.
That you don't have to wait for 12 months. My landlord, I have to renew my rent. So there's no place that is far. Somebody will say Mowe that is far. Who told you Mowe is far? Do you know how many people is working in Mowe and they are coming, to Lagos to work
every day?
And so it is not because for you making those excuses, it's just saying you don't want to even do anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly read out the numbers quickly before we say our byes on ArcView of Hour. I do want to reach out to ArcView Investments Limited. You can reach out via 0708 088 8749 0708 088 8749 or 0803 082 6990 0803 082 6990. And for AcPay Microfinance Bank, formerly Prospect Microfinance Bank, you want to key into the agriculture aspect, you want to go into farming, and you need financial support, you can reach out to AcPay via 0912 409 8204 0912 409 8204 or 0811 961 1563 0811 961 1563. Just quickly, Mr. Olawon, what are the requirements for those that want to, what do we need to bring, and where can we come to aside the numbers where physical office that we can come to?
Okay, I'll start with where you can meet up with us physically. We are on we are at number 314 Ikorodu Road by Anthony Postop, Lagos. That is at ArcView Investment House. ArcView Investment House, number 314 Ikorodu Road by Anthony Postop, Lagos. So for the documentation requirement, we simply require your, the regular, your means of identification. You understand the regular things we will ask you for the purpose of account opening, your means of identification, passport photograph, utility bill, and of course we would require your financials, your statement of account, for us to be able to assist you and support you accordingly.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Olawon, for your time this morning. The head credit and risk management, AcPay Microfinance Bank, formerly Prospect Microfinance Bank, in collaboration with AcPay Investment Limited. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank
and also,
you.
Ambassador Emmanuel, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. We'll do this again next week.
Absolutely.
Same time, same station. If you need more information, you can reach out via these numbers, and you can come physically to the office to get more answers to your questions. So that'll be all this morning. I remain Modupe Akinyo. So you keep it locked. Health Plus will be coming your way. Join Sage Babalola to talk about everything health. Good morning once again.
Thank you. I hope you are hearing me.